Insomnia here with the Lightbearer Team. Today we're going to start out in Chapter 11. We're actually at the very beginning of Chapter 11. As you can see, my other couple teams are quite a bit further, but I really feel like this Lightbearer team is going to make a solid push through a lot. First, we're going to go ahead and do our summons because we did finish Chapter 11, so we got some faction scrolls, some regular scrolls. I've been saving my gems from the new event that is currently going on right now. Filled up my wish list with all of my heroes and we get an elite off the first faction pull, which is Rosaline. Very nice. Good way to start out the summoning. Very happy with that one. So we'll go ahead and we'll do our companion summons. Nothing there. A little bit of fodder, which is good. We need quite a bit running just one specific team, so I'm thinking through all of these summons and all of our gems, we're going to be able to pull quite a few light bearers and get a little bit of summon, hopefully some good elites. Kaz, which is pretty good, not for this team, but she will come in handy. Taylene, I still have not pulled on any accounts, if you guys are wondering. No luck with that, but we did get a couple more light bearers there, which are good. So we'll go ahead and we're going to go through all of our gems here. Then we'll do our ascensions. We will do our campaign push and see how far we can go. This team comp I'm really happy with. We get another elite there who is not too bad. Pharrell. This one might be a double one though, so hopefully, nope, just the one. That's okay. I'm hoping with all these as well that we do get a card. And another elite. Having some good luck today, which is Scrag. Not too bad. I'm going to have to build a couple teams when it comes to the faction tower. So I know there's going to be a point eventually where I do have to kind of build a couple other ones. So that will sum it up for our summons. And we did get a card out of there, which is good, as well as a ton of our emblems, which I might be able to take Belinda. I'm hoping to get her up. I just need one food and I can get her up. And another copy of Lucius. Very nice. So let's go ahead and get our ascensions out of the way, which were up in Lucius. Rosaline, we do have some fodder right there. Hopefully we have enough light bearers to get somebody up. Let's see the smart ascends, which gets us a Hogan up. So let's see what we can do here. So you have a lot of heroes there, which I know Lucius we can get up, which we want. He is our main tank for this account. So I think I might be out of some Legendary Plus to get them to the Ascended level, though. Because for fodder, I don't want to use Rosaline. I don't want to use Rowan. I have double Belinda there just waiting. But when it comes to fodder in the bottom, I might end up just eating somebody a little later, but I don't want to do it now because if I could get a little bit more fodder out of this, I could go ahead and get Belinda up with a legendary, get her to mythic, and I do have a couple other copies of her. So most of the teams, it seems I just need one or two more heroes, just quite a bit more fodder for this team, and I will be able to get them up. So let's go ahead and get into the campaign. Like I said, she is on 11. Just started 11, and this is the team comp that I've been going with. I know I don't have any CC right now because I usually rely on Fulks, but Fulks is Elite Plus, so I'm sticking to my legendaries, and then Rowan is my support. So most of these battles at this point should be pretty easy just because we just opened up Chapter 11. But I feel like with the support of Rowan, we're going to push far ahead of all the other teams. And by the end of this video, we should be able to do another summon. Putting Rowan right in the middle of the back line allows his potions to be used by everybody. Then if you look overall, the DPS that Thane puts out, as you can see, shields with Lucius, buffing the attack with the Shrilda, and of course, super strong AoE and increased damage with Belinda. So this team overall for light bearers is very, very solid. And Estrella is a hero that I haven't used, don't use her on my main account, as well as Thane. Don't use either of them. That's why it's good on this Lightbearer account to see what some of the other heroes can do. Thana here with his signature item is just very, very strong. And the same with Belinda. I use her on my main account, and I know her signature item is really strong. That's why I'd like to get her on this team to Mythic Plus so she can actually carry it. Maybe pair her with a Rowan and a Rosaline, and that would just leave her, as long as the tanks could stay up, I feel like she would have more than enough damage to burn any of these teams down. So that might be the focus, just focusing on her at this point and keeping up Estrilda and Lucius for my tanks. I've tried with Thane tanking. I know a lot of times you go kind of with the dodge tank. The couple times that I've tried it actually on this team, I haven't had much luck. But as you can see here, the different kind of Rowan between Namora and Rowan is with the potions, they only use them when they need to. As you can see, his table still stays there full with all 3 potions because nobody got low enough health to use a potion. Where Namora heals not only with her ultimate, but kind of spot heals over time, or the weakest hero, but Rowan's potions do a lot more healing when it's needed. So if we get into this battle and, you know, Lucius or Estrilda take a big, huge hit, they'll pop a potion. Or if somebody comes over, whether it's Athalia, whether it's Sylvana, if one of the heroes come over and do a lot of burst damage to one of your casters, they'll do the same. They'll just pop one of the potions and stay alive. And if you don't use Rowan, I would definitely recommend him. On my main account, I actually pushed from chapter 18 to 22 as soon as Rowan was actually released. So I'd been stuck for a little bit. New hero comes out, I got him to, I believe, Elite Plus is what he was at, and was able to push through 4 full chapters, which is kind of crazy. So I had the solid team comp, was just waiting for the 1 support. And at that time I was using Namora, and Namora just wasn't cutting it. Most of my tanks would die before her ultimate ever came up. We are coming up on both of my other teams, which I believe we just passed the Graveborn team. I'm checking them in. I think we're coming around to them, or we may have just passed them right now. And as I've said it before, I know with the amount of light bearers that we start off with and the amount of light bearers that are actually in the game, yep, and it looks like we did pass. Both teams were actually both stuck right there on 11-8. So we pushed to 11-11. Team to catch right now is my Mauler team, as you can see right there, 11-18. But all teams are relatively close. In comparison, I didn't know if light bearers were going to run away with it, but they might today. And the Graveborn team just got into chapter 11, 11-8 as far as they pushed, which was, I believe, 2 days ago. I believe it was 2 days ago that they pushed that far into it. So we'll definitely have quite a few gems to collect here. And Lucius is just such a solid tank. That's why, by far, my favorite choice of a tank. He's mitigating damage for the entire team. Whether it's AoE damage that you're counting from Shamira or getting rid of Pharrell's damage. There's no other hero that can really do the shielding amount. Not only coupled with that is the healing ability of him, because he does the same. He heals the lowest member of your team, which, as you see there, he just healed Thane right back to full health. Definitely has the best skill set that I've seen for creating a synergy with kind of a team comp. So him, Rowan, and Belinda are super strong. Then you throw in Rosaline and Falks, and that's the team I've actually been running for a while, even at chapter 24. We're just flying through chapter 11 here. There's 11-15. Starts getting a little bit stronger, especially when you're facing almost all mythic opponents at this point. And Kaz, who you can see on the bottom, is hard to kill as well, because as you can see, they're immune. She goes immune to a lot of the damage, but Belinda can still take her right down. 11-16, this will tie it for the Mauler team. Mauler team started off pretty slow. The Graveborn started off pretty slow. But I really feel as this team's going to make the push. I really feel it's Rowan with the carry. I know out of all the support heroes, when you look at Namora, when you look at Tassie, when you look at Rowan, when you look at Rosaline, it just seems like his skill set works with any team. So I've actually been pairing him with Isolde on the main account, because Isolde does if he has above 30% health, he does an AoE damage. It's almost like a damage over time that will actually stay on him, but it does cost health. So the big thing is, when he gets damaged, if he drops below 30% health, that turns off. But when he hits the 50% mark, he's using Rowan's potions at that point to make sure that he's staying full. Or if you even got him up strong enough, I don't know how well it would work, but I'd be interested to test it, is if you could get him up to pair him with Rosaline. Not only would it mitigate damages, he would stay full health for the AoE, do more damage, which he does a lot of damage right now. So it might be an interesting combination to try out. Let me know if you have any interesting combinations as well, which we're on 11-20, starting to get into all of the mythics. As you can see, the stages are getting a little bit tougher. But again, with the Lucius shield. And even Golas is a super solid tank. Early game, mid game. The lower his hit points go, the less and less damage that he takes. We don't have too far to kind of push through this chapter. I'd also like to get to the King's Tower as well. This team hasn't pushed the King's Tower. None of the teams have pushed the King's Tower in a little bit. But the amount of loot and items that you can actually get out of there will be very strong. And I did go ahead and go through and finish the Peaks of Time. I went through and finished the Voyage of Wonder, so I got it all caught up to where all the other teams are. Thane hops to the back row and grabs a Rowan potion. Keep himself alive. Trying to take down Golas in the back. And the shield on the whole team. So I don't even think we've had one of our heroes die yet this push. So 23 stages down. And Estrella just buffs the whole entire team with damage. So when they talk about synergy, this is one of the solid teams. The only one that I might swap out would be Thane for Falks, just so you got some extra CC. But I don't want to hurt his damage too much. 11-24. Now we're into all mythic. Lucius heals himself, uses a potion, then shields himself. It's a solid combination. It has another potion there. And Rowan fills up his cart. So go right back to square one on 3 full potions. Making a little bend on the map on 11-25. And I love Estrilda's little charge where he goes right through. Everybody damages actually the whole entire back line as well. and Angelo, the last one standing. So still 26 chapters down. Nobody has been defeated yet. And on this one it's tough because with Savius up top with Golas, that's a very, very high DPS, especially with the charge that he has. But I think the potions, again, will just keep them up. Once we get Golas down, Savius shouldn't be too difficult. And Thane's ultimate ability does a ton of damage as well. That's why I like to keep him versus tanking. He can, and even there, if you've seen when Thane goes right to the back row, they start attacking him. So even where Estrilda might not be as solid of a tank as Lucius, some of the damage does transfer to Thane when he actually hops into the back row. Another stage down, 11-28. And we see our first Ascended. And he takes Thane right down. His throwing axe ability is so strong. I think Belinda will be able to get him down. Yep, should be able to get this. And that was the first Ascended hero that we actually went against. So now we should start seeing him. I believe in the next couple stages we'll start seeing more of the Ascended heroes. There we get our shield off. The AoE damage that she does is so strong. If you're not using Belinda, as you can see there, she just had 5 of the 5 kills. Buffs her own attack rating, and Thane unfortunately dies on that one. I think we're going to get this one down as well. And again, starting to see Ascended heroes. And that's the problem that I had with Thane. You're seeing even the burst. I don't know if it's because maybe his dodge isn't high enough right now, but I always had the problem of him dying. Even on a higher level, it seemed as soon as he went to the other side, a couple hits, and he would go. $11.32 Ascended Estrilda. This will be an interesting comp because she does a lot of damage. And combine it with a Savius and a Golas. I think we can get the Golas down. Another shield, which would be nice. All right. Another boss fight down. I believe we're about 30 chapters or 30 stages. 33 stages. 33 stages in. I push with the teams once a week is what I've been focusing on. So I spend the whole entire week kind of getting the team prepped. Do the daily quest, do the weekly quest, take care of all the bounty quests, get everyone leveled up, get all their gear. If I can, make sure I'm doing all the guild bosses. And if Thane can stay up, I love his ultimate. So I believe we have a couple more stages, and that will actually push us into chapter 12 if we can push that far. Should be able to. Yep, Belinda's AoE just takes them out. 11:35, so 35 stages in. I love seeing even some of the heroes that you really don't use. Once you get to mid or early, or actually late game. Like on the top, I believe it's Morella, I think is her name, that does the fire shield, or the Phoenix Firebird. As well as Angelo, that you never really see very much. All right, so 11:36, so 4 more stages here. If we can finish this, we will do a couple more summons. We'll see how far we can actually push. So I believe right now with what we have, we'll have more than enough diamonds to do some summons here. But Belinda goes down on this one. It's going to be tough because they have a lot of healing. This might be it. We can keep, nope. Rowan will go down pretty easy. So unfortunately, this will do it. So I believe that's 36 stages, which is a huge push. They are by far way further than anybody else. So let me pick up my gems. Pick up the diamonds here. Do a couple summons there. I believe I do have some soul stones too. All right, so pick those up. We'll go ahead. I believe I do have, yep, I have quite a few. So 2 there, nothing for the Lightbearer team. Nothing in that summons either. So we'll go ahead and get another 10 summon here. Hopefully 1 more Lightbearer, just need quite a bit more fodder, which there we got some. All right, so a little bit more fodder there. I don't think we have enough for any more summons. Yep, we do. So we'll do 1 more. Then we will call it for the Lightbearer team, which is a Vden. So Lightbearer team, super solid. Just got a lot of gear there. Push from 11 to 11-36. So 36 stages we went through with that team. Super solid team though. And I can actually level all of them up even higher. So next time we're doing the push next week, it's going to be really solid. But looking at the top row, Belinda, Estrilda, Lucius, Thane, and Thane might be one that's going to be replaced in a little bit, and Rowan. So solid Lightbearer comp here, solid Lightbearer team. Absolutely love the team. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you for watching.